What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. I'm Al.
And I'm Juanita.
And this week we're going to put a fuel tank in the 67 Chevelle drag and drive project. And maybe a few other things, but I'm not going to say them yet because I may not get to them and I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. First, if you didn't see the short, this chick, look, BTR, Team BTR. Brian Tooley Racing hooked her up. They partnered up with us on this car and got us an intake with fuel rails, obviously, a camshaft, valve covers, valve springs, push rods, and some rocker arms that aren't here yet, and some sweet hats. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, so that will be, in the coming weeks, we're going to go through her LSX motor and put all this stuff in the motor. So, but first, let's go over the weekly update real quick on these two shop projects we got, and then we'll get into the fuel cell. So, camera woman, or do you want to do the update?
No.
Okay, so green car, got a transmission cooler. You can show them, it's in there. I don't know if you even, oh, you saw it. It's in there. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Right there it is.
And been working on the blower belt. We just got a new belt and I stuck it on there. I need to fire it up and move it out and let it heat up and see if it's going to chirp. Also, the valve cover gaskets were leaking, but all the bolts were loose. So I snugged them down and I think that's got that problem solved. It's really it on this car this week. I only spent one day on it. And we've been waiting on the weather and the bugs to clear up so he can take it home, but I need to make sure that belt's not going to chirp. The other belt that was on it was 5 years old and it was starting to chirp. That's it on this car. The Tina truck, it's sitting on its own air system right now since yesterday. It has all new air lines. The compressors are, well, they were already wired, but they're working now with the key. I did the air intake. Got that all done and in place. And fans are wired. The brakes are bled. Fluids are all topped off. It has power steering. It goes into gear. The AC comes on. I still need to crimp all the lines, but you can show them all this. Batteries in. I built this mount. And all new battery cables ran. And this is all finished. And I put him a little Schrader valve so if the compressors go bad or something, he can put air in it. These lines are just tied up for now. I just want to make sure nothing was going to leak before I really got down on wrapping them and tying them up. I like to let them sit a couple days before I know they're perfect, before I wrap everything. So it's going to sit all week. Oh, the exhaust too. So put 2.5 inch exhaust on it with MagnaFlow mufflers, and they come out right here. So that clears everything all the way up and all the way down, and I got it running, and here's a little clip of that. So that's about it on this truck. I spent most of the week working on this thing and made a lot of progress on it. So now we need to get that fuel tank down and start cutting a hole in your trunk. So I'm taking the camera and we're gonna go over here and get this fuel cell. This fuel cell's been sitting here almost 2 years. It is the match to the one that's in the Diamond T. My buddy Keith bought it and his car is not ready yet, so we're gonna use it, and then when he gets ready for one, we'll just get him one. It's just been sitting here, so I might as well use it instead of it just sitting here longer and buying another one just like it. It's a 25 gallon, I believe it's a Rhodes brand. So we're gonna cut a hole in the trunk, sink that in a little bit and make it fit, and then we'll have plenty of fuel capacity. So, all right, monkey, do your work. Those boxes are empty. They're just for shipping if I ever needed to ship a injector pump or a converter. Yep, still brand new in the package. Oh, and some of y'all asked about the insulation. It made probably a 3-degree difference in the shop in the heat of the day. And they roll up, the drum's a little dirty, so you can see where we rolled it up. They roll up and down perfectly fine. So for $260 or whatever we paid and a few hours work, I recommend it. You can kind of feel the heat on them, but it's nothing like it was. So it's worth the money. Anyway, let's go unbag this and see how it fits in the car. I know if there's any purists watching, they're gonna hate this because I'm fixing to cut a big old hole in this brand new trunk pan. All right, I'm done. That's how you do an intercooler. Abracadabra. So it fits. We need to measure and make sure it fits in between. Oh yeah, it's gonna fit in between the frame, no problem. So now we just got to get our measurements, and I want to cut a hole and then make some kind of flange to strengthen the trunk back, and then we're gonna drop this through and just make some straps on the bottom and some straps on the top. I don't want to weld to this because solid mounting these things, I've seen a bunch of them crack. The Boyd tanks are made like that and they don't have issues, but I think they're made a little thicker maybe. But these cheaper fuel cells, I don't want to solid mount it because I'm afraid it'll crack. So we're just going to make some straps to hang it and then some straps to hold it down, and it's going to go through the trunk. That way when we get ready, yeah, something like that. That way when we need to drain it to change fuels or whatever, it'll be easier. You'll just have to open the trunk to fill it up, and that's fine with me. I'm good with that. So, and we're going to be building a firewall. This will be closed in, so the fuel smell and stuff won't get through there. It'll be closed in and all sealed off. That's the NHRA rule. It has to be for if you put fuel or your battery in the trunk, and they're both going in the trunk. So, fire! Anyways, so let's get some measurements and cut a hole. Vacuum wasn't working too good. I think we figured out why. Maybe from vacuuming the shop floor? I don't know. All right, she's got a big hole. I made it 1/4 inch larger than the fuel tank. We just test fitted it. It fit. And we figured out what was clogging up the vacuum. It was the Bondo from the firewall. I forgot about that. So anyway, we got it cleaned out, and now it's a super sucker again. So I'm gonna make some kind of like angle metal out of some 1/8 inch to trim this hole out, just all the way around. And then we're going to make straps that, hold the tank up. And then we're going to sit the tank in there, and then the bottom ones are going to weld to the thing here. And then it's going to bolt in the car. And then the top ones are going to bolt in. So it'll kind of be one unit bolted into the car, but the tank won't be able to come out the bottom. You follow me?
I'll follow you. I'm trusting the process.
Oh! All right. Big hole, about to be a tank in it. We got to go out to the back and use the plasma table to cut some stuff. That's kind of boring. You've seen it a million times. I'm just going to cut some metal, and then we're going to bring it in here and break it on the brake, and then we'll put it in the car. And then fit it, and then weld it, and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, that's kind of a boring process. It's loud out there. And it's raining, but we got to turn the fans on because it's 800,037,000 degrees. So we'll be right back. And the light's back to doing that again. Hasn't done it all week. Doing it today. She fixed my portico this week. Put a new pump in it, and that hose on the front was leaking. It's a little long, but it'll work. I got the pieces cut. Now we're gonna bend them. But this reminded me, Robert Snettygrass, maybe?
Snettigar.
You have not commented with your email address, and I haven't heard or seen from you. I want to spin the wheel again today. I'm not trying to be rude or mean or anything. I want to spin the wheel again today and give it to somebody else. She said we need to wait one more week, so I'm giving you a warning. You have 1 week from today. I don't know what today is.
Saturday the 16th.
Saturday the 16th. So you have until the 23rd to comment with your email on this video or last week's video so I can send you this plasma cutter. If you do not, next Sunday, the 24th, I'm going to respin the wheel and give this thing to somebody else. I mean, it's only fair. So I fixed it. I used it. It's ready to go. Tell him it's Jolene. Yeah, she named her car Jolene. Her middle name's Joe, and she likes Dolly Parton, so. That probably won't even make the video. Use my math as mathing. Short, but I can weld a gap as long as the fuel cell fits. I'm good with that. That looks cool. I gotta stick this up first.
No, you got it backwards.
Oh, I do have it backwards. Okay, it doesn't matter as long as it fits.
I think it will. They're just, yeah.
Okay, it fits. Now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. Alright, now let's weld them up. In case you're wondering, I cut this slit in these because it's 1/8 inch, and my brake will bend 16 gauge, 8 feet long, and it'll bend 1/8 inch in short pieces. So cut a slit in it, bend it, and then I'll weld it back. Just now you know. Now she got a big old trunk with a big old fuel tank in it. It all fits. This is about how high we want it. It's like halfway probably through the trunk. So I know I said I was going to bolt that in, but I think I'm going to weld it in. It'll just stiffen up the car, and then we can just seam seal. I'm just going to stitch it, and then we can just seam seal it all the way around, top and bottom, and it'll just get painted with the car or whatever. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like the process?
Yes.
You trusted the process?
I'm starting to.
Okay, so now we're gonna stitch weld this thing in and make some tank straps to hold it up. And then we're gonna make some to hold it down, and those will bolt in. For sure.
She welded in.
All right, we got some straps bent up. Got that piece welded in. Ben's a little aggressive. It's aggressive like Juanita.
It's to hold it in place.
All right, hold back. It works. On the strength of it. All right, after a small amount of fighting and cussing, it fits again. Look how happy she looks. She's probably hungry because she didn't bother eating lunch when I did.
I wasn't hungry then.
Yeah. And I'm the one acting hangry.
I just need a Snickers bar.
Yeah. All right, so straps are tacked in, holding the tank up. It's about level with the bottom of the frame. So now we need to measure for some top straps and then pull it back out and weld out the bottom straps. So no gravity. Let's see if it still fits. Maybe not. Fits better. All right. Now let's go cut some straps and bend them up.
All right. All right, got some straps cut, got them marked, let's bend them.
cut speed holes on it too. Now let's go see if they fit.
Snug as a bug.
Yeah, and the hole's gonna line up right where I didn't want it to. But actually, it needed that space, so. Now, I'm just gonna push them all the way to that bone right there. Square them up, drill holes. Make sure you get a shot of my brand new shoes. They didn't make me run any faster. I didn't mean it. It was a joke.
Got him some Skechers.
I caught her napping again. What are you doing?
I'm not napping. I'm waiting for you to put the bolts through the bottom
Oh,
so I can put a washer and a nut.
Looks like you're napping.
I'm not napping. Ready?
Don't go crazy, just you go a little more than that.
I gotta shimmy out of here now.
Should have got a video from the other end, but that would have been for me, not for YouTube. All right, it's in, it's bolted down. I don't have a strap to pop, but that ain't going nowhere. All right, that's gonna do it for today. We'll see y'all in the morning. All right, good morning. It's the next day. We are getting a late start. It's like, I don't know, 10 o'clock or something. And we had to go weld up a transmission oil pan in a Ford this morning for a friend who is in a bind. Yes, I said Ford. Anyways, so we are going to do a trailer hitch on her streetcar because drag and drive. And Craig's going to supervise.
Somewhat.
So it's got, you know, it had a fuel filler here originally, so this is all notched out back here. Even this frame support is notched, and that hitch lays right on top of that. It's perfect. So I've got all, it's not exactly what I would use if I was buying brand new material, but I've got a ton of this stuff left over from the trailer ramp remodel. And it's not super heavy, but it's thick enough to support this hitch that's only rated for 300 pounds of tongue weight anyway, which this car ain't gonna hold more than 300 pounds of tongue weight. So I'm gonna put this behind that piece, weld it all together, weld it to the frame rails, and then weld this on top of it. And go from there. If it needs a little extra support, we'll do that, but I don't think so. I think this is gonna be plenty. I cut this piece this morning. Still disco party. Disco party. Had a little disco party while I was cutting it, and now we're gonna mark it and grind it and weld it in the car, and then we'll see where we're at. Craig looks super excited. He's not gonna enjoy the grinder, I can tell you that. Moved the green car out also so we can do this grinding, but I also had to move it out to test the new belt, and it's working great. So I guess let's get going on this hitch. We're gonna mark it in the center. Should be 36 and a quarter-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 18 and an eighth-ish. Well, this thing's way fat. It'll work though, we're just marking it to grind. So then, we need to see, this is 2 inches wide. So we're gonna go like 1 1/4 inches to each side of that. And we're gonna grind all of that. Oh my gosh. That was a lot of on there. Golly. Whoever did this, their mom sucks.
So we're gonna weld that to that, and then weld it up under here, and that's gonna fit through here. Think we're gonna do it like that,
I think it'd probably go the other way.
but it might have to go this way.
I hope it sticks out far enough.
Yeah.
If not, I'll build a hitch, whatever we gotta do.
And then this will determine which way.
Yeah, I think it'll go that way.
Or if we're gonna have to fold it up.
I think it'll fold down
So.
the way it's supposed to go. We had this left over from the D100 project. Neil bought it and then didn't want it, so he let us have it, and it fits this car perfect. So thanks, Neil. But anyways, let's get to welding. Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Trying to figure out how can we hold it up there so you can tack it in.
Oh, it's
Oh, I didn't know if you bumped the car if it would.
no, it's holding itself perfect. But I gotta weld. I'm gonna weld the hitch out and then put it up here. Alright, so what you're going to do is stick that on the bottom of the frame and hit the power button. That's going to take you to 180 because it's upside down. And that'll get the hitch level with the frame of the car.
It's still 180.
That's where it needs to be. That's what I said.
Okay.
I know, zero it out, but it's upside down, so it's going to be 180. So now we stick it on here, and we make this 180. Right now it's 2 degrees off, so we need to go up. Alright, I finished all the welding I can do with the body on the car. When we tear it all apart, I'll weld it from the top side. Let's see. Bam. Works perfect. Look at there. Trailer hitch. Street car. Drag and drive car. Alright, now we're going to clean up this mess, which it ain't a whole lot. We just got to put up our stuff. And then I'm going to try to hook up. We got our Bear master cylinder in. So we're going to run this car on manual brakes because race car, street car, whatever. They work great manual. You just got to push the pedal a little bit harder. And she got some muscles, so she'll be all right.
All that bleeding the brakes, pumping.
There you go. You're used to pumping brakes. So we're going to try to hook this to the pedal. I got some stuff here that we're going to try to make work. This is left over from some other project, who knows what. And then I don't even know. I think this might be a center pin bolt for a leaf spring, but it threads into that perfect, and I'm sure it's hardened. So we're going to shape this into a push rod, put it in that master cylinder, and then cut it to fit in here and adjust it and get that attached to the pedal, possibly, hopefully. So, but first we're going to clean up this junk and do that, and then do that, and then I don't know.
Then on to that.
There you go. Side note, Harbor Freight has these little baby toolboxes. They did not have orange. But we're going to dress this one up in orange. But they have these little baby toolboxes for $18. And works great for pens and pencils and markers and stuff. So thought that was a cool idea. Instead of having a bunch of random cups with crap thrown in them. I hope you clean it out this much when it's done. Vacuum this thing every week. Let's see how far up in there. Okay, so that goes that far. And that's pretty much all the way in from the nut. It's kind of difficult. About 5 inches center of the hole to there. That wasn't all the way in, so if we go to here, and now that's about a whole nut width, so we'll say it's 5 inches to the nut. All right, from the center of the hole, this is exactly 5 inches long. So we'll run this in all the way. Figure out how much that is. about 1 1/8-ish. And we go cut 1 inch, then we go take it out there and cut 1 1/8 off of this threaded part. And that should bottom it out in there, and then it should be the right length for the car. But we also still have, it can't be too short because we still have all this adjustment plus this much threaded adjustment. So pretty easy. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Check it with this nut because that piece is aluminum, so I want to make sure it moves easy here before we screw up some aluminum threads.
All good?
Perfect, screwed right in there. We shall see. You got a bolt to make sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, too short. Let's see, like a right there, so I can actually extend these out just a little bit. Which, like I say, they were fine because they're buried up in there. I somehow made it way too short, but that's okay. We got tons of adjustments. A little more. You want just a tiny little bit of slack because you want to make sure you're not putting any pressure on the brakes. Get it just a little bit more. Full stop. Heck yeah. That worked out way better than I expected it to. There you go. Ready to bleed brakes? No, we're not ready.
Alright, we got just a couple more minutes left, or a few more minutes, I don't know, today before we really need to shut down and start editing this video. So I want to go ahead and take this pipe out and
Rotate it.
well, no, I just want to shorten this. I'm going to take probably 1 inch out of this piece right here and see if we can put it back together without too much work, because I need some fan clearance. Anyway, so I need to cut these 2 tacks down here on the flange and then undo the V-band and then cut these 2 tacks, or however many there is, 3, cut 1 inch off of this and then try to put it back together. So let's get our stuff drug out and get this thing cut and see if we can make some fan clearance.
Now, which one do you cut an inch off
I'm gonna
of?
cut this one because it has more straight on it.
Yeah.
That one's more of a curve.
Okay.
It'll make it more aesthetically pleasing.
Is that SOS? Morse code? Save me? It's hot? What's it doing?
I don't know.
Remember, always use a ratchet on these. You will ruin them rapidly with an impact. Did not expect that. Definitely had it right. Yeah, to cut this one and put a little straight piece in here to get to where I want to be. That, or cut this one and make it shorter, but I really didn't. I wanted this the same height as that one. Remember we did that? So I think cut this one loose, and maybe that piece we cut off we can add into here. Glass is laying right here. Idiot.
Up here?
Yeah, cross both of them so I know where it, so it'll line back up. I gotta get one of these tacked down. I can't. Thought I was doing something. All right, now we got room, AC compressor room, which ours won't have this big billet cover that sticks out a ½ inch either, so we're gonna have even more room. And then we got some room in here. Now, that said, we're still gonna wrap all this stuff, so don't worry about the plastic fan. This is all getting header wrapped. All the pipe is getting header wrapped. It keeps the heat in, helps the turbo spin faster, easier, and it keeps all this heat out of this engine bay. It'll help save our accessories and our belt and stuff. So that is about where I want it. Now, I don't know, one of these weeks we're gonna do the wastegates, and then we can pull all this out and TIG weld all of it. And kind of wanted to do it all at one time. And I'm waiting on a throttle body to get here and some more parts for the intercooler tubing. So we're gonna put a Holley throttle body here, a V-band, this pipe, then a reducer to 3-inch, then down to the intercooler, and then out of the intercooler, or out of the turbo into the intercooler on the other side. So anyways, that about wraps up our progress on the Chevelle this weekend.
Yes.
I think we made some good progress this weekend.
I could say it doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah. A lot of welding and cutting and grinding and
Yeah.
Bondo in my face everywhere.
Bondo boogers.
Yeah, everywhere. All right, we're gonna put up a few things and then we will come back and tell y'all bye. Uh-oh, sound like a tack broke. Quick reminder, Robert, it's boxed up. If you don't claim this plasma that you won by the 23rd, we're giving it to somebody else. So, thanks for playing. I hope you come back and watch some more so you didn't just win a plasma for nothing. All right, y'all, that's about gonna do it for us this week. It's been a long, hot week, even in the air-conditioned shop that it's not super cold, so it's been hot. And I'm going back and forth a million times a day and it just kills the AC, but I'm rambling about air conditioning. Poor me, right? Anyways, we made some good progress on the Chevelle, I feel like. 3 things knocked out. Brake pedal, trailer hitch, fuel tank. So, oh, I almost forgot. I got you a trailer ball for your hitch for your street car. You got a little baby hitch, so I figure you need a little baby ball.
I'll put it on there too. Might lose the trailer, but
I found this in the back looking for a ball to put on there. It's like an anti-sway ball or something. I don't know why I had it. It was brand new in the package still. Anyway, well, if you made it this far, we appreciate it, and we'll see y'all next week. Later.
bye.